Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the NUTube, aka The Nut. Today I am filling in for our good pal Gold Mason. He could not be with us, but The Nut must go on. So, y'all love me, y'all know me. I am Shengineer, joined today by three wonderful co-hosts, which are
Hello guys, Bernardo here. Pleasure to be here again.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Oathkeeper, I'm back.
And we have the Historian.
the historian herself. I'm glad y'all could be here. And we have missed couple weeks. So we're going to go over week 3. And without further ado, we'll go ahead and jump right into week 3. Look at our results. We've got a win by the Harry Pablos over the Vivs, 6-4. So close series, but they managed to bring it home. I'm sure I'm sure Gold Mason would be very happy right now. In his place, I'll be happy for him. Let's go Pablos. Very sorry, Vivs. All right, Diances versus Druds. Congratulations, Oath. Y'all got the W.
It was nice to see us get on the board there.
Yes, you love
Love
to
to
see
see
it.
Danny lose,
Oh, well,
even if he
Danny
won.
won his game, but
He won.
even in victory, he lost. So that's what matters.
We will
Yep,
take
fine.
any Danny loss possible.
Yes, fine by me.
The Ducks versus the Talon Flames, pretty convincing. 7-3 Ducks. Let's go Ducks.
Very nice, Ducks.
Very nice series with some a very funny game, which we will cover here in a bit. And then finally, the Flygons absolutely dunked on the Arcanines, 7-1. So bad they didn't even want to play the last two
Brazil.
games. So good job,
Yeah.
Flygons.
This is the week I was most worried about as well.
Well, it looks
Yeah,
like you
we
didn't have
lost
to
the
worry,
Arcananis.
or your extensive prep really went, a long ways.
Yeah. Hey, Stars, before we start, can you answer a question I have for your team?
Mhm.
In a week, how many teams you are building?
Well, honestly, a lot of it is just like rehashing older teams that I already have, but I do build for every slot pretty much.
Dang.
Yeah, that was my imagination.
Uh, uh,
Jeez.
unemployed moment.
And I get
I
overwhelmed
mean,
building like 2 SV teams.
Yeah,
well,
engineers having a hard time building for 2. Imagine for
Yeah, like
8.
seriously, manager of the year right there.
Yeah,
Building
no
I do
kidding.
every
get
single slot.
a lot of
Jeez.
communal help for SV. And then like we do have people that are competent in their own tier. So like
That's
I'm not
helpful.
entirely alone on
Yeah.
each front, but I do put in
That's
a lot
great.
of work with the prep.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I imagine
because like
Xiri's pretty good at SM, right?
yeah,
Yeah, we both have like a pretty extensive backlog of SM stuff.
Yeah.
And we can also build stuff fresh together too, which we've kind of been doing for this tour. We've just
Yeah.
been throwing stuff together and not even really testing it. We'll just be like, yeah, this looks good in our heads, so we're gonna go with it.
At some point you
yeah.
know whether or not a team's going to work. So that makes sense.
Hmm.
I was gonna say manager of the year right there in the stories. Like, damn,
Yeah,
building
I'll
for
take
every
that
slot.
award.
Yeah, going absolutely
Yeah.
crazy. Overall standings, I don't know exactly where this puts everybody. Maybe we'll edit in a graphic here.
Magic moment
But I know
edition.
that the
I,
Diances are struggling right now. I think they
Yeah,
are.
I think we could do like the okay, we can go like for the standings on the next week, but like right now, what I know,
Yeah, we'll
like
see the
it's
overall.
the Flygon is just like 3-0 at that point. At that point, and the Dionysus were like 0-3. So like those are the two, the
Yeah, it's tough.
two, the two sides of the scale of
But I
the
mean, without
standings.
further ado, let's go ahead and hop into
Yeah,
some replays for week 3.
yeah.
Some of our absolute
Yes.
highlights. I think we'll start with the quickest replay. We got Metallica versus Mind Gaming. Mind Gaming has been bringing some very suspicious teams. Would you all agree to SV?
I will agree.
This is the most normal team that we've seen from him.
Actually, his week 2 win was a normal team. Like
Okay, was
the
it?
week 1 P1 team was like meme, but like the week
Okay.
2 was a fine one.
But anyways, yeah. And then Metallica, I just kind of let him cook his own thing. He brought a bulk up Hariyama. Hariyama's mon kind of picking up more steam in NU lately as like a
Yeah.
objective Vaporeon because it gets the guts boost from Scald.
Yep.
We haven't seen a lot of bulk ups though. It's mostly been AV, so we'll see how this pans
AV
out.
is so good.
Yeah, AV is really good. All right. So yeah, it is this Inteleon again it draws in these water immunes like Gastrodon, Vaporeon, and we see the pivot right into Hariyama. That's kind of the whole goal of the team right there. And then the goal is to let Hariyama do work. so it does reveal bulk up
Yeah, I
here.
mean Hariyama does put in mad work. Like whichever steel move it is, because they're pretty much always Terra Steel with either Bullet Punch or Heavy Slam.
Right.
But like in this matchup, it just goes so stupid.
Yep. See a massive drain punch, and we also see
And
it's faster
and
than
that was a
Instant,
neutral one too.
gets the kill,
Yeah.
Yeah. This
and
beat
a
creep was
forfeit
like.
on turn
Thank
3.
God.
But to be fair,
Really,
it was.
forfeit had the replay. This game was pretty much over. Like, of course,
Yeah.
you are obligated to play it out. Like, it is your responsibility for a team tour to play a game every week, right? So, you should always play it out. You can't really call this a game, but I think a lot of people were overreacting when it first happened, saying that he
Yeah,
was
there
throwing
was
the
a
week or
lot
something by
of
forfeiting, but
vitriol
it was over.
in the tournament discussion chat over like, oh, he should be infracted over this. It's like,
Yeah, no,
I don't
this game
know.
is over. He just didn't want to waste his time. Obviously, of course, well, this is my opinion. He is obligated to play the game out. Maybe Metallica has a heart attack. You never know. There's
You never
always a way to
know.
win,
Maybe
right?
his internet goes out.
Yeah, because the point is like you knew that it wasn't AV, so probably you could do some switching in order to like cash a big damage with Aspion or at least force the terror and then like I don't know, body press it down with Zong or like
Yeah, maybe
or with
maybe it's
Powered.
like Trick Espion. I don't know what the set is exactly. Like,
Yeah,
surely you have some way
Yeah.
to.
at least to extend the game a little bit longer,
Yeah,
but
but
like
like
the point
also
is for sure.
the instant getting outsped was pretty rough too. Like that was kind of a
Yeah,
chance to get chip damage, but I don't know. That's
I
just a
agree with
quick
that.
one for you folks.
It
All
was a
right,
quick
we'll
one.
go ahead and move on to the next
Yeah.
one. We want to see the Eternally vs Cal game.
Oh,
Or should we
yeah.
stick in the
Well,
realm of
now
SV
that you announced
first?
it.
Let's stick in the realm of SV
Let's
first.
let's stick with SV.
Yeah.
Pretty cool game, and we'll just get straight into it. I guess looking at team preview first of all, we see a Breloom. This mon's picking up traction lately, mostly because of its poison heal set, and it's got free healing with Protect, and it really does really well scouting stuff like Choice Scarf Flamigo, Choice Scarf Monkey Dory, and with all that residual healing, it's just a real pain to remove. Additionally, we've seen a lot of Belly Bolt and Wo Chen, especially together, and Breloom has a really solid matchup into both of those as a way to kind of break that defensive core. And that's going to be the key player of this game is this Breloom. We'll see how it plays out. All right, most obvious U-turn turn 1 ever.
Yep.
And
So
yeah,
Do we get the
like-
static?
go ahead,
We
Stories.
did not get the static.
looking at preview, I feel like Bulk Up Scrafty should just win this matchup outside of like
Yeah.
Trick from Monkey,
I was gonna
which
say
is always avoidable.
Bulk Up
but-
Scrafty is a major threat here.
Coming up, we do see the Chilling Water Belly Bolt, which is, that's a really great way of stopping it. You eventually force a rest, and
Mhm.
then,
I don't think
you
I've ever
can
seen
go
a
into...
chilling water, belly bolt there.
That was a last second
Yeah,
change, by
usually
the
opts
way,
for,
that chilling
for
water.
muddy water.
And I'm glad we made
But I
that change.
actually
Usually
really
smoke.
like Chilling Water, because also, with Terra Poison, you also beat Curse Muck, which has been a lot
I
more
guess it
common
technically
lately.
works as a check.
A well-timed Volt Switch, and he gets MF
Yeah,
Lumen.
but like
Yep, you
that
get the
was
one-time
a
Volt
very
Switch. It
Shedskin
gives you
moment.
a safe switch.
Yeah.
Shedskin does kind of make it a little more difficult, but you still get like a free switch to Monkey Dory
Mhm.
on one of the turns, especially if it's a slower Volt
I
Switch.
think you think Loom wins the 1v1 versus Crafty? I think it does, right?
I think, yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like if it's a Spadef Loom, then Crafty might actually do enough with Drain Punch. It's hard to say.
I really think it would come down to a crit, but assuming no crits, Breloom wins long term
Just because of the
poison
poison heal.
moment.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah, obviously that Shedskin
I
really
guess,
annoying. This is the power of Scrafty.
I gotta say the chilling water belly is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a really
really
cool
glad we
tech.
made
It's
that
pretty
change.
low commitment too, because it's not like Muddy Water's a good move.
No, Muddy Water is so bad.
Yeah.
Finally, Scrafty gets knocked. Oh, it was already knocked. My bad.
It was already knocked, yeah.
And that's, I mean, another reason why Scrafty's so good right now is actual switch into Muck
Yeah,
because it can get rid of the
it's
poison.
kind of a more proactive version of Muck if you think about it, because it has Shedskin, it has knockoff and rest, so it's kind of like a similar status disorder to Rest Talk Muck, where it comes in on Monkey and doesn't mind U-turn.
We see they now banned PZ in, and it is not choice.
Oh yeah,
Does 85.
rest in peace. Is that Assault Vest Legion?
Which
I don't think so.
Or does he
I
just
don't
beat
think
that?
so. No, but yeah,
I think it's just,
Legion's
like-
just bulky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's well. I guess that might not be specs, but if that was specs download, then I'm pretty sure you have to be AV for that to live.
Yeah,
And there are a few like AV Legion belly bolt structures. Like I
Tuthur
have
does
a
win
team of
the
that of
speed
my
tie
own.
there. Unfortunate for Dugza.
And kills. Wow.
Yes, it was a kill.
I mean, it might not be
Yeah,
a tie. It can be like adamant rock, or are
No,
they both Scarf?
I think it's just Dice Rocks flag on with Jolly. Me and Lucas made the team.
And as you can see, the PZ was
So I run
boots.
adamant on mine.
It was boots, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Just ripped the psychic
And
here.
now Flagon is dead. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty worthwhile trade to lose Monkey there. You do lose out on the trick possibility, but like or the trick possibility on Scrafty. But like we said earlier, Breloom probably beats Scrafty 1v1.
Yeah,
It's just a matter of getting it in safely. You don't want to bring it in on a knockoff.
right. That is Dugza's key here to winning the game is to win with Breloom. It's his only win con left.
Yeah, you definitely want to fort. I don't know why. How much PP does Chilling Water have? Is it 32?
Chilling Water has 32. Yes, they have the same
32.
total.
Okay, so
So.
yeah. So yeah, this Scrafty's never doing anything
And
basically.
this is a free volt
Yeah,
here.
Tuthur's trying so hard to make Scrafty work here.
Yeah, I think Chilling Water alone turned this from a bad matchup to a good matchup for Dugza. What did Altaria click that it was faster? Is it just faster than it be?
Alright, we see the
It's
switch
in.
out. No Bravebird click
in.
there. And yeah, Terra Electric comes out. This is the
Oh
most
boy,
popular
here we
Terra now.
go. And now can't be paralyzed.
Yep.
Even with the toxic. Yeah.
The Loom's going to the moon. Alright, I am going to go ahead and pause on this turn here.
Okay.
So right, obviously the play is going to be Monkey can't one-shot Loom, right? It's going to trick Loom, so it can't keep setting up.
It could ground Terra Blast.
True. All right.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
we see a protect first, right? And then we see trick. So this leaves Dugza with a couple options. You can switch out, let something else eat the trick, and then come back in with Loom later. Or you can just eat the trick
ground
now.
Terra Blast won from here, right?
Is this Terra Blast ground Monkey?
Like if it
was.
well,
I don't know
just
if it
assume if it was Scarf Flagon or Scarf Basque Legion and this was Plot Monkey with ground Terra Blast, I'm pretty sure it won from here.
I don't know. It was
Unless
trick. It was trick though. Like this was their
Spadef-
Scarfer.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm just saying, like if it was a different
was,
structure,
right,
then
right.
this is a different end game.
I'm not sure if this is.
Unless
I think this is
Breloom
max.
lives one.
I think it's max Spadef Loom. I think it would eat one, right? Maybe not. It's not that tanky.
Maybe one.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Maybe one, but like
but
then you just
it's not Terra ground, so.
But yeah, so either Dugza calculates that he can eat the trick and still win, or he thinks they're gonna read my switch, but he just eats the trick here. And I'm really worried at this point. Like I don't think Loom's gonna clean, but I underestimated it. We're gonna see Facade deal 52.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Did Tuthur use Terra already?
Don't. Yeah, Terra Steel. No, wait.
Tuthur is not Terra, no.
On the...
I
Muddy
feel-
Water gets the accuracy drop. Now I'm really
the
sweating.
accuracy drop was nuts.
Oh, the accuracy drop. I feel like Terra Steel Altaria could like take a Facade. Maybe it can't.
It didn't have it. Wow.
And maybe it was Terra Fairy or something. I don't know.
79.
Steel's definitely the
Ouch.
most common one. But
Yeah, I mean, Tuthur's just hoping for a miss at this point.
And go for the bulk up
But
just in
doesn't get
case
it.
something happens.
All right, let's get right into it. A lot of muck lately.
I think.
Oh wow, just Terra's right there.
Yeah, the immediate Terra
You kind of
poison.
have to versus Muck. Muck, like some teams, you just have to Terra Poison immediately with something, which might be a statement on how good Muck is. But I think it's fine.
Yeah, Muck's
but
absurd.
I get why some people think it's not fine.
What? That's not Flygon.
You know, Zoroark and Flygon probably take the same amount of damage from that knockoff.
I think Flygon takes more, just because the resist. But yeah.
And this Muck is Curse, so it is a huge problem for BJ here.
He does have Chilling Water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never
Chilling
mind.
Water. Yeah.
There's a Chilly Water again.
I feel like it's becoming main set these days.
Yeah, it's really legit. And it's not like Muddy Water is really
Yeah,
that
Muddy
good
Water is
to
just
begin
not
with.
great.
So it's not even a huge sacrifice. But you get Gligar in, Gligar kind of mogs Belly Bowl a little bit.
True. 17, huge chip.
But
Oh, but free static.
Oh, this
oh,
classic.
I
That's
mean,
unfortunate.
it is huge chip for a mon that can't roost anymore.
that's
Yeah.
true.
I mean, here you can
There's
just get
a
a free
bait
volt
though.
to Serena, like in a free spin or knock. Like,
Oh,
Mhm.
there you go. Yes, I was gonna say
I
speak of
feel
the
like,
devil.
yeah, rocking here
You
is
just have
No
very,
boots.
very
And no
punishable.
boots. Wow.
Probably Covert Cloak. I'd say that's pretty standard now. Let's
Let's
see if
see.
Psy Noise
Nope,
affects it.
it is not cloak.
It's not AV
Not Cloak.
either from that
Yeah,
damage.
what the hell that
Maybe it
item it
is.
is?
Maybe it's
And
offensive with
it's
AV.
That
I have
seems
no clue what's going on. Maybe it's
don't love
helmet.
yeah.
I don't know.
that's
We
Like,
gonna
don't know
that
what the
seems
hell's
bad.
happening.
I guess I would.
another
By process
static.
of
Is that
elimination, it's
100%
probably.
static rate?
I'm not sure about 100, but it's a lot.
If it is, I'm gonna start using belly more.
I mean, he's good. I mean, his main utility is he beats Migo, Scyther, and Cinccino, so
Yeah.
which are
Those
pretty
are the
powerful
guys to
mons.
beat right
Yeah,
now. So
exactly. And with no more
yeah, luck
PZ
is
to get a
kind of
free like download
stressed.
boost off of him, I think Belly Bolt's only better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say PZ can kind of come in here on a chili and just demand the KO.
Yeah.
You do have to kind of play around the Bronzong plus Basque Legion, punish the tri attack in two different ways. But let's see.
Oh, lands the knock.
Knock.
No more
Poison?
band.
Banded Flygon. Oh man.
And you're at +3 defense. You can stay in there and
Much like
take a
the
hit and
Pex
rest.
in Blunder's Greatest Choke, the Mug has knocked off the band.
Let's see. Another chili water. You just get another
The other
spike up
one,
here.
he's just winding the Gligar down. Damn.
Okay, finally we see PZ come in, and it is
Finally,
download. So
PZ
now
in,
you get to choose a Pokemon.
and you just kill with Shadow Ball here on anything, I
Yep,
think.
dead.
Zoroark
Oh,
dead.
there you go. Zoro's gone.
This, though.
I guess he was bluffing
What was
Scarf,
that?
or what?
So
What
when
was that?
I tabbed in live around here, I'm pretty sure he was trying to bluff Scarf because
Oh.
Scarf wave
The
dash KOs.
superpower. I remember
Superpower
that.
Flygon. What am
Yeah.
I seeing here? What the hell?
To be honest, I think that's pretty damn bad, especially because like what you're catching, the PZ
You're
trying to
catching
get like
opposing like Terrasteel Flygons.
It's a really good neutral coverage. Like just click superpower on anything really. Like
Yeah.
you dent Zong for a decent amount when you're banded. Like it would have done almost half. And this song is max defense, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly.
But getting locked in a
So
move that like reduce your own attack each turn seems like such a like bad play.
yeah, I mean
Like a
It's
I
not.
pain. It
definitely
sounds
do
like a
not like it.
pain.
I mean,
you
I
just get
prefer
your
like
damage and get out. Like they're better. Well,
I do think Stabs plus U-turn Femp is still probably the way I would go on Flygon
yeah,
and Bandit.
Dragon Move's
yeah.
probably better, but I think superpower's fine on banded.
Okay,
I prefer like even like Fire Punch or
fair
like
enough. So what was
Short
like the
Punch,
deciding
Short
factor
Chop.
of this game? Just Muck being obnoxious and then PZ
I
getting free
think
But
kills?
yeah,
I
Muck
think
being
Porygon
obnoxious.
Z
Yes.
existing made this pretty hard
Yeah.
for BJ.
But to be honest,
But
like even if it was like a Chandelure, it wouldn't change much. It would just like click like I don't know,
Yeah, this
Fire
is
yeah, it
Blast
this
or
is
would
like
come
probably the
in and get
most
the
like
kill
standard
regardless.
balance I can
yeah.
imagine from Pop Smoke, but it's really solid.
Yeah, Danny also loaded this exact team
All right, cool.
because he asked me for a team and I said here.
All right, that is all the SV for week 3. Let's go ahead and hop into FC
Did
versus
we? Yeah,
Xiri.
the Xiri.
Alrighty. So
Right.
we
So
see the very nice Comfey. Anytime it's in a game, it's like, okay, that's a threat.
I love Comfey. Well, FC has a Steelix and a Golbat,
Yeah,
so you
so
would think
Yeah.
it's fine, but
you would think.
You would think,
Com-
yeah.
Comfey has been using
But Comfey
like
has HP ground.
yeah. Well, Comfey, I've been seeing a lot more of the HP Psychic plus Grass Knot stat lately, because that hits
Mm,
poisons, and Grass Knot still does about the same damage
to like Steelix or what?
as HP Ground. Yeah, because it's 120 for Grass Knot, and then
Yeah,
HP
Steelix is
Ground
heavy.
is effectively like what 90 BP. So Grass Knot's actually, or no, it would be oh, they're the same. They're the same BP.
Yes.
So HP Ice on the Togedemaru. get the free U-turn, and you kind of get whatever you want in.
It's not Rocky Helmet, so that's nice.
I feel like Seismitoad
You-
should have come in here. Like Scald is pretty free to click or whatever move you have, but
I mean, to be fair, I would say Knock was kind of free too. But yeah.
yeah, it is because you can't afford to let Steelix get low at all, or else Comfey will just mess you up.
Yeah.
So you get the
Xiri just putting
U-turn
Slow
chain
King in the
here.
blender here.
So now Knock is free.
Oh.
Oh, he's SD. He's
What
SD.
was the what?
FC, what are you
So
doing, dude?
I'm guessing FC wanted to catch a U-turn to Seismitoad.
And just like that, one of Comfey's problems are gone.
True.
True. I do think a U-turn to Seismitoad was like the safest play Xiri could have done,
That's fair. Yeah.
but
Oh
yeah,
yes, Grass not Giga. Oh wow.
Yep.
and it does a huge chunk. So if Steelix ever comes
Yeah,
in again, it's gonna get 2 KO'd.
yeah. And say there's the Rocky Helmet
Yeah.
damage.
The crit doesn't matter that much on the Zatu, right? Because you can just roost.
It's not too impactful.
Okay, FC got that play right. Good for him.
Yeah, and you can kind of just trade damage with Elixir for a little bit just to get your lefty's health up. Alternate protects there. Yeah, FC's
Yeah,
doing good to keep his
Nightshade.
Steelix in the game. Because as long as Steelix is in the game, Comfey can't pull off a full sweep.
True.
Right. Yeah, it's, and I'm
See the
sure FC knows
U-turn.
this at this point.
The Slow King is just munching up U-turns.
And it's Calm Mind. Okay. Yeah.
We see the switch to Togue. On the slack off, you just want to scout whatever
Okay,
Seismitoad
Toxic is
hits.
fine. Toxic is fine. Yeah.
Toxic is really good, because I do think the Slow King could have swept if it was Z-move.
Is there a reason not to U-turn
Because
there? Or is it Scarf Togue?
Did he skull? He did not skull.
it's Scarf.
Okay. I wasn't expecting Scarf
Okay,
Toxic,
Knock.
but
Oh,
makes sense.
okay. I was gonna say Knock kind of felt free, but okay.
Well, Slow King,
But I see what he's
if
saying.
it's Z-move Slow King, it takes reduced damage. So it
Yeah.
would just
Ah,
take the knock and then kill and then regen out.
Oh.
I think that crit mattered. I
oh,
don't know if it's like
certainly.
mixed Sceptile with a hasty nature,
I would
but
say it mattered enough.
then we see the
Z
Sub-Zero
Z Ice
Slammer.
Punch. Z Ice Punch. Nice.
So when Xiri and I made this team, we saw FC had like a ton of offensive grasses in his scout. Like he had a bunch of Delmise, a bunch of Eggialola type stuff. So we thought Z Ice Punch would be cool. And
looks like
didn't
it
hit a
was.
grass, it hit a
Does he calm
dragon.
mind? Does he calm mind? He does not calm mind. Wow.
I don't think you can afford to fuck around versus Pangoro because you will find out.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's Comfey's job now, is just stopping Pangoro from cleaning, right?
So you get the
Okay,
fast
what's
U-turn.
getting? Yeah, Toad's getting sacked. Here we go. Oh shoot.
Goodbye, Toad.
That's alright. It doesn't
Bye,
get Drain Punch health
Toaders.
either,
Welcome back,
so
Comfey. We're
you
gonna see
just
this
force
dance a
us
few
out with
times.
Comfey again.
Bullet punch. No.
It would still be slower than Dekus.
You're slower, yeah. You would just die.
Yeah, you're just playing a sack war pretty much, but you're ahead in Pokemon as
Okay,
Xiri. So
give credit to FC. He's making good plays
He's
here.
making good doubles, yeah,
yeah,
but
he
it's not gonna
is.
be enough.
I think Xiri's matchup was too much, and then letting Incineroar have its way for one too many turns really just
And now
was
Pangoro's
the end for
gone.
Xiri.
Yeah.
You do
Yeah,
want to
with this
keep Zatu
toxic,
healthy for the
Slow King's not gonna be
Steelix.
able to get it
Yeah,
done.
keep Zatu for chipping Steelix. Yeah.
So you get the roost off, and then you
Okay,
can sack
now
whatever here.
you gotta. Yeah, Slow King's gotta go.
I
Just
guess you
roost it.
can spam
Yeah,
roost a bit. Like
roost. Yeah, just spam roost.
as good as
I think
Steelix is,
it,
it's not gonna beat 4 Mons. Like it does beat all of these Mons 1v1, but it can't beat all of them back to back.
And then, yeah,
So
there's no way Lix can win in the end here, so
yeah,
Xiri takes
not a
on the win.
chance.
Very well played
Yeah,
game.
easy.
pretty cool game.
Nice game to
And
watch.
what was the other game we had?
Cow versus Etern. And we have a DPP if we
Cow
want.
versus Etern. It's gonna be
Wait,
a
but
long
we
ass
are still in
video.
week 3?
Yes.
We are still in week
Don't
3.
worry about it. We're only 26 minutes in. We're doing fine.
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good.
See,
Okay.
Gold Mason, I don't know. He's so slow, man. We're keeping up with the Zoomers' attention span
We
here.
are
It's the
chugging
bronze
along.
maze
Well,
on the host.
Gold Mason also has to have like 6 people talking at once, so
True.
Yeah.
it's kind of nice when
Yeah.
it's just 4.
Alrighty. We got a Cow versus
And
Etern.
don't look. Yeah,
Uh,
don't look now, but we got a Frost Tone.
Tier leader Etern, just like he plays everything, man. Now he's playing black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Very cool. Uh, Anything to say about the previews here? I heard Frost Tom, and I
Um,
see a Natu.
Yeah, I
it's
heard
probably
Frost Tom is good in black and white. Yes.
it's probably Spec Zard with Natu.
Yeah.
So we might see this Garbodor just explode turn 1 unless it's Scarf Rock Blast, which you kind of have to respect because Scarf is like
It's
a
real.
very legit set.
We'll see. Does Kyle
But
respect it?
Hmm?
Oh, he clicked
we'll see.
overheat.
Holy
Oh.
crap!
And he's rock blasted.
I don't
Uh-oh.
think that Specs damage.
Oh no!
Dang, that's a loaded dice
And
garb.
Zard
Loaded
takes
dice
it,
guard.
goes to an early grave. Wow.
But yeah, there's no sock resist on Etern's side.
That's
Even
that's gotta be banded.
Yeah, Cadaver
Yeah,
does not
you're
count as a
second.
sock resist, does it?
even Earthquake is super spammable from Cow's side because you have Mold Breaker, so Rotom isn't safe. But like you don't have a CC resist. You only have, I mean, you have Rotom to check it
Ooh.
offensively, and Kadabra has its
Subfrost.
Sash.
So, do we think this is Scarf Sock or
Subfrost Tom
what?
is dangerous.
That's banded damage.
That's
Okay.
that's definitely
Okay.
banded damage.
Okay. I
Yeah,
wasn't sure.
definitely banded.
But yeah, we see one Blizzard go to the right. Can I get another?
And the second one goes to the left.
Red card.
The face.
Red card garb. Wow.
Cool.
I don't think I've ever seen that. That's really cool.
Makes
I'm
sense
definitely
though. Oh,
stealing
with
that.
Thief? Okay,
And
this is heat. This is heat.
Oh my god,
What the
Engineer
heck?
is stealing the set.
Yeah.
I have used
good.
Thief with Air Balloon, but I've never seen Red Card. That's really cool. We see the knockoff size. Knock has been a lot more common lately because Duosion is pretty problematic.
Not too excellent evasion there.
Yeah,
Yes,
excellent evasion.
I agree. But
then
not that time.
Oh,
He used the evasion command from the anime. Naru, evasion! And then it worked.
Oh,
and then
Oh,
we
come
see
on.
the sub Rotom here.
with pain
It
split. Oh, and
should
he's
put
back
in
to
a lot of
full.
work
That's
here.
crazy.
Size is so
Sub-split.
beefy. He has like 105 base or something.
Sub-split Rotom. Damn.
Rotom is
But
just
yeah, we're
getting kill
gonna
after kill
see
here.
another Blizzard hit.
Oh,
Take a
crit.
crit
And,
skull.
ooh, crit. Bummer.
I think honestly that crit is better than a burn. But I also think subbing there was kind of a waste.
I mean, I guess he wanted to get more pain split to put him in Blizzard range. It kind of makes sense, but
Blizzard should kill.
Oh, but it goes
if it
wide
hits.
left.
If it
You
hits.
you would think
Three rocks.
free rocks. You know, they
Well,
say nothing's
consider
free
your
in life, but
cleaner is a
dodging a
Kadabra.
blizzard is pretty free to me.
Yeah.
And then
I
we see
lost
the
my DPP game
protects.
today,
Yep, get
but
the
I was going
HP
to
back.
use shit like that. Very low accuracy.
Right,
That is
pain
so
split
much
up
HP.
on the toxic.
Oh, there's the toxic. Yep.
Yeah, good read.
What do you see?
Then another
Protect by the Toad.
protect.
Interesting Thunderbolt.
Good
I
on
guess
Etern to
preserving.
Thunderbolt on the
Yeah, preserving PP
Just
for Blizzard. He has one left.
preserve
Oh,
the
and he gets the
PP.
double. I
And
know that.
then Cow gets the double protect. So
The odds
no more
are
blizzards.
50%, right, in Gen 5? I forget.
I
Yeah,
think it's 70. Yeah.
it's a 50-50.
And now
Oh, no,
Frost
the
Tom is
protect.
basically
Pretty
yeah,
sure
it's
it's
gone.
still a 50-50
Uh,
in Gen 9.
No, it's 33% now to successfully.
Okay, it should be 0%, but what do I know? Yeah,
There's the
Cradily.
grass move.
Cradily is really kind of a relic in my opinion. Like back in that meta where Zard was S tier
Yeah, what is this, DPP?
type. But Cadaver's pretty well positioned, I'd say. Like you have to
Oh, yeah,
play around Sucker
Kadabra.
Punch from Skuntank, but
Yeah.
you have a lifeline with it's Scarf Skunk.
It's
Okay,
Sash.
never mind.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
Okay, now.
Kadabra can't learn counter this gen.
That was the problem.
But they are
Scarf.
locked into pursuit, so you get your skunk in here, but I'm not sure what you can get out of
You
that.
get your own pursuit.
Nice crunch.
Oh, or crunch.
Yeah.
But,
So now Sock.
I don't know
Sock
about
just kind of
Show,
wins
yeah,
from
but
this
Sock,
range.
well, Socks isn't sucker range? I don't know, but Garb's gonna live that one anyway. Oh, but the gunk.
Oof.
Oh, but the aftermath's gonna take out skunk, right?
But the aftermath
Yeah.
kills. Now Sock wins.
The double aftermath. Yeah, Cradley's just a little too weak, and like it is key, but you know,
And it's not max
that
defense
rock grass
Troppleberry,
typing, two of the
unfortunately.
worst types in the game.
They're good
Yeah.
offensively together, right?
Pretty cool game. We saw some nice tech from Cow. Cow did get kind of fortunate in this matchup, I think, but
Yeah.
still a fun game.
Sure,
I
absolutely.
thought eternally like that Rotom was putting in so much work. I was really worried for Cow, but
Dude, I've
Yeah.
like Rotom Frost is technically broken in Black and White. Technically.
if you just land,
Yeah, just hit.
okay, that makes sense. All right, one more game for y'all. We're doing the BeatsBlack vs HSOWA. In Gold Mason's absence, I do have to say the name in full. This is a hot skitty on Waylord action.
If any of you were wondering what that
If
stood
anyone
for,
wondered,
it
yes.
did-
If you've
it
not
did
tuned
mean
in for
something.
previous weeks or are unfamiliar with ball,
We are still in week 3.
this is true. All right, we see a Polyrath. What is this? RBYN?
No.
Oh, and we see a Magneton. A lot of Magneton lately, especially a Sub-Magnet Rise I heard is really good.
It is, yes.
Oh, we get the Magnet Pull Trace, so they're locked in the Thunderdome here.
Uh-oh.
Now time to play the casino
Ooh.
and win.
Just land.
Yeah, just don't miss.
Does
Jesus.
not eat the Shadow Ball very well.
Yeah, Reggie does not eat that Shadow Ball very well. Yeah.
But does have the normal type
There's
there.
life orb
But now
launcher.
Haunter's Pursuit Trapped, I would say. Yep.
You would think, but then, oh, that doesn't kill. I feel like that's a roll. That's like absolutely a roll.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, I guess let's pause here, take stock of the game. What are we seeing so far here? I mean, HSOWA's got rocks up, but he's down 2 Mons. But BeatsBlack, Gardevoir's very low, Regirock's pretty low. I think
If he
HSOWA has
had
the edge
toxic
here.
spikes on that Nidoqueen, he probably could have a lot of like good chance of winning this.
Yeah. So
If
Oh,
he
for
had
sure.
an
yeah.
answer to the Poliwrath, but like probably he
We'll
doesn't
see at
have
the
it.
end. There's no grounded poison on BeatsBlack's side, which is not really as essential in TPP, but I feel like every team kind of has a checklist, regardless of the gen. Like you want your electric immune,
ooh, the
you
missed
want your
toxic
grounded poison.
sucks.
Like
Yeah.
And especially on
That's a
DPP where like
bad.
running his tank isn't like a detriment or
yeah,
anything like
Skuntank's like
severe
already
mod.
good because it's a bulky dark type, but it's also grounded poison.
Yeah, so if checks both sides.
Here we see a floaty
It's
poison.
Hunter, his toxic one. Yeah, doesn't work.
HP ice, I presume?
Ground.
Oh, okay.
Ground is usually for Skuntank.
Gotcha.
And I guess technically Magneton.
Yeah, this is probably Scarf Gardevoir, right? That's like the most common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
the Trace Magnepool interaction is so cool because Magneton even runs sturdy instead of Magnepool sometimes,
Yeah,
just because like
it's reminiscent of Porygon 2 trapping Dugtrio and ADV OU.
yeah. Or in Alpha RU, Tatsugiri would run Commander because otherwise Gardevoir could trace Storm Drain and then be immune to both
Right.
stabs. So
Alright,
it's a
fearing the
similar thing with
Custap, but
Magneton
it was not
here. They would
Custap.
run sturdy. Not Custap. I don't know what. I mean, it's probably Lumberry on lead or Pasho Berry for Sharpedo. Kind of depends on what you want it to do. If you expect your opponent to bring a Sharpedo, you can run Pasho Berry. But
Yeah, Gridilli not going to be able to eat the CC, and clean win by HSOWA. Aside from
Yeah.
the miss, which I missed personally. Where was the miss? Oh, the toxic miss?
the
Yeah,
toxic,
the
which I
toxic
don't,
on
Yeah,
I
Slow
don't,
King.
I don't think
Yeah.
was too consequential. It's not like
Yeah, I
BeatsBlack
don't
had a
think so.
response to Slow King anyway.
Yeah.
I just think his
Yeah.
team was. I mean, I'm not gonna flame him. I think he's a great TPP player, but I don't think his team was great this week.
It's an average team, like it checks all the boxes of a DPP team. It's just like it ended up like losing it. But like I wouldn't put it on the team.
Yeah, you just need like a pursuit mon somewhere, and you're fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm missing Stank on that build, but like that's life.
All right,
Hello
we will
guys.
see you all next week in
Yeah,
2
Yeah.
minutes.
See y'all next week.
that
Alright.
happens. Like that happened last time.
Alright.
Oathkeeper.
This has
I need to
been
tell you
Nut.
something that otherwise Gold Mason would tell. Stop talking over stories. it's very. You guys have a very fun interaction where like stories like the analytics commentator, the one that have like field experience, the old player, and suddenly Oathkeeper is like play by play in the game.
Alright, thank you, Bernardo. That's going in the video. See you later, folks.